Hello, Chris Green here with the Flood Insurance Guru, and today we're talking about the checklist for buying a property in a flood zone in Birmingham, Alabama. So stay tuned. So today we're talking about a checklist. Things you should be aware of when you're buying a property in Birmingham, Alabama that's in a flood zone. The first thing to remember is that every property is in a flood zone. So remember that. So when you're going through and you're looking at this property, ask the property owner what flood zone designation they have. Generally in Birmingham, Alabama, this is going to be something that starts either with a flood zone X or a flood zone A. Remember, X is not going to be required by a mortgage, but anything with A would if you have a mortgage. While one is required, one's not, it doesn't mean that one's not going to flood. While they have been known to be lower risk on flood zone X, 30% of flooding still occurs there. The next thing you want to ask is, hey, has this property ever flooded since you've owned it or lived in it? Because Alabama is a buyer beware state, you got to make sure you ask the right questions here, because in many situations, property owners don't have to disclose things unless the question is asked directly about it or it impacts health and safety. The next thing you want to do is when you get a home inspection, use that home inspection to your benefit. Use that home inspection to determine if a property's had water damage or not. Recently, my wife and I were buying a house, and we were able to use a home inspection to determine that a property had water intrusion years past. Now, the issues have been fixed, but we were still able to use that home inspection to determine there was some water damage there. So these are just some things that you should be going through when looking at buying a property in Birmingham, Alabama, particularly areas like Alabaster and Pelham that have recently flooded. So if you've got questions about this checklist, or maybe what else should possibly be on your checklist when it comes to determining if a property has been flooded, what kind of flood damage, what could you be looking at in the future, click below to visit our website, floodinsuranceguru.com. Remember, we have an educational background in flood mitigation, which means we can help you understand flood risks like this right here. Your flood insurance and mitigating your property long term. Thank you.